Welcome back, iCyber golfers. I'm gonna play a round of SKyTrak courseware for you today. So they dropped 3 courses today. One of them I'm really anxious to play. It's La Jolla Pines. What La Jolla Pines is basically Torrey Pines. Interesting story. This is one of those courses where I always say I'm never going to get the opportunity to play. This is one course that I actually did get a chance to play over the summer. I was attending an event that was taking place in San Diego. The stars just seemed to align, and me and my buddy, we got a chance to go play Torrey Pines. So that's the course I'm going to play for you guys today after I go through this warm-up session. So you can immediately see I'm doing a different driving range today. This particular driving range is called Accuracy Island. And if you want to talk about trying to keep your shot within a certain dispersion pattern, this is the island that you'd want to actually warm up on. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and just warm up. It is cold here today in South Texas. In the garage simulator today, it is 66 degrees, which is pretty cool. So we're going to take our time today. We're going to warm up properly. And then we're going to jump into that simulated Torrey Pines round course that just dropped today. So let me get started here. I'm going to put this in my jabba-whopping session because I'm going to just kind of throw some information at you while I'm warming up. But more importantly, I just wanted to show you guys another SKyTrak driving range that certainly helps you test your accuracy, and visually it just makes you try to get this shape right. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Gonna be the first shot of the day today with the pitching wedge. You guys know my routine here, right? So this first shot may or may not dictate how the rest of the round is gonna go. So let's get started here. Accuracy Island. I'm starting off with the pitching wedge, looking for that straight, potentially straight shot, 90 to 100 yards. I don't know about ball flight because it is cold in here. I'm going to see if that makes a difference if I make pure contact. Here we go. Really happy with that contact. There's the read. I have my lime green ball tracer on just to match the whole setup of the SKyTrak software. Looked pretty good right off the bat. There's my 105 yards, 100-yard carry. I'm in the island, so couldn't ask for anything better than that. What you guys may notice also, if you kind of see some of my setup here, is I went ahead and put the artificial turf that I bought some time ago underneath this whole setup, just to kind of give it that whole I'm on the golf course vibe. Did move my my hitting net back in to the garage because it is going to be cold, and here in Texas we're actually going to get a hard freeze this coming weekend. So just wanted to be all prepared, have this all set up inside. I got my backdrop in, so you guys can see in the back now there's a nice little black curtain to kind of shield some of my junk from you guys. And then we actually have a couch over here. Not that you want to be sitting over there whenever we're playing simulated golf, but again, you guys know this is a dual purpose environment, so that will come in really very handy when the D&D sessions are taking place. Let's hit this second shot, see if we can keep it in the fairway. Sorry, in the driving range. That's going to go out. That might be our first ball that gets wet. Oh, it's actually going to hang on. We'll be okay. Just didn't go very far. But hey, we're in the island, so let's go ahead and keep it going. Going to hit a few more of these, then we're going to work our way up through the bag. So that's kind of the objective here. Just work our way up through the bag. Maybe from, we'll just go pitching wedge. We'll go 9-iron, go 8, 7. Might just finish it off with a 6. And then we're going to stop this little jabba-whopping session and start our SKyTrak course play at La Jolla Pines. Great shot. I can feel that too whenever it's perfect contact. I'm almost falling forward. So that's right. So far so good. Haven't really let you guys down by dropping one in the water. Again, visually, this really, it messes with you, but also it forces you to really concentrate on your shot. So had I probably warmed up on this before playing my simulator golf tour rounds this weekend, last weekend, Might have been a little bit more prepared for it because that Wiley course had some really, really tight fairways, which that posed to be a challenge. Was really happy with the results of that tournament. I think I finished 13th place in the Forward Auto Putt Tour, which is my best showing so far. I felt like I could have shot better, but again, I'm always just learning those first couple of rounds if I have never played that course. So it was a great experience. By the time I got to the Web Auto Putt Tour, I felt like I was ready, and then I started off with the plus 14 on round 1. So that's the way golf goes sometimes. Ooh, that's a low shot. That might be a little burner. Am I going to hold on, or is this going to be my first ball in? Oh, look at that. Is it going to hang on? Well, there you go. Either that is some really thick rough, or the software was like, just didn't understand where the boundary was. You can see my dispersion. You see the one dot up there at the top. That is the anomaly. So let's go ahead and see if we can finish off with a good, strong pitching wedge and then move on to the 9-iron. Great shot right there. Straight up. Nice little shot trajectory, ball flight. Love everything about that shot. Only got 80 yards, but I did get underneath that one. Let's go ahead and switch it up. Let's get over to the 9-iron. Get this going. And again, just take our time warming up because it is cool in here. We don't want to pull any muscles. Want to just take our time, get our swing speed up, get to our target distances, and then just get this round of golf underway. 9-iron. My 9-iron, I'm looking for it to go that 115, 120-ish. If I make pure contact, we might hit our 131 right off the bat. It's going to be pretty good. In terms of flight, it's going to be pretty flat, so it's going to go out there. But again, I'm in proximity island. I'm accuracy island. I didn't get all the ball. You could tell I did put topspin on it because I bladed it, so didn't carry the distance I wanted, but it's all right. Slowly just warming up here. Did post my results video this around lunchtime today. Was busy all morning with work, so I only had just a few minutes to post that video, create it and post it. 9-iron. Chunked that, but did like the shot shape. In fact, it may have not read. That's how bad that, oh, there it goes. See if we kept it in. We did. We did hit our draw shot, so it went a little further. But I did chunk it, so didn't get my full distance. Want to see if we can get 120-ish out of these next couple of shots, and that'll be really good. Good for our warm-up session. That's a great one right there. Going to be right off the center line, off to the right. I did a. If we look at the shot, my swing cam here. I'm sorry. The club, you're going to see that I came across it. So the pink line shows my club path. That means I came from the outside in. It was square at contact, but that's what put the fade on it. So let's try to fix that. Let's try to make that more of a draw shot. So we want that pink line to be going from inside to out. So we want to just flip that whole pink line by about a few degrees. Let's see if we can get that shot shape here. That might be it. Let's see if we got it. There's the draw, which that's going to result in more distance. And there's my 131. And I bet you our shot shape is exactly what we wanted. There it is. Club path is in to out for the draw shape. I hit it pretty square. So that's why that ball flew like it flew. Again, these are things that I did not know back in that June time frame when I first started getting into simulator golf. The wild thing is I've played golf a lot, for a long portion of my life. I just didn't focus so much on getting better at it until really June when I got the simulator and I started really working on my game. And now I feel like I understand it a lot more. I'm going to try to replicate that shot twice in a row. That one I hit on the toe, and it's going to go out to the right. That's going to be the first wet ball we have today. So there you go, guys, just to show you that that water is real. And I did catch that on the end. And that was me just not following through, getting my shoulders out of position. You could see how open that club face is with the blue line. I did not close it at contact. That's what caused that nice big slice. So let's fix that. Relax swing. That's the best ones right there. Slow it down, get your draw shot, hit it dead center. Just a few yards off the target line, but again, there's my 130-yard mark. There's my, if you look at the swing path right there, straight back, straight forward with very little out to in. So happy with that shot. Let's go ahead and move over to the 8-iron. Alrighty. Looking for this one to go that 140-ish range. And then as we work our way to the 7, that should be the 150-ish range. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's change our iron to an 8-iron. See if we can keep it in the accuracy island. That's the really cool thing, though, about this SKyTrak software is there are so many things out there that just help you get better and improve. Get that a little chunky, but I do like the shot shape. There we go. Where I was going with that thought is that there are a lot of tools out there. They'll place a tree, for example, in the middle so you can work on your shot shaping around it. You can put it dead center so you can work on both a fade and a draw. Sometimes they'll put a wall, a brick wall. You can choose that kind of driving range where you have to hit a draw around it. And then they flip the wall around if you want. So you have to hit a fade to get around it. And there have been times when I've been on the course and I kind of tell you guys, okay, I'm setting up for a draw. I want to get around that tree, and I hit it. And that's the result of just simply practicing in these little ranges, these driving ranges, over and over till I get the feel of what that shot's supposed to feel like. Again, we're going to focus on a draw here, so see if we can get it with this 8-iron. Hit it a little chunky, but we did get draw. It's going to go out to the left. Might end up in the water, but again, that's the shot shape I wanted. It went my 145. So distance-wise, I'm good. And had that been on a golf course, I think we'll be fine. But again, we're just trying to land it on the green, on the fairway. So pros and cons there, right? I got my shape. I didn't keep it in the distance I wanted, but overall, I'm working on distance here, and I'm working on trying to keep it pretty close to this fairway. So really, really good stuff. They also have some driving ranges where they have these circles that are in the sky, similar to Sonic the Hedgehog, at different levels. So if you're trying to work on keeping the shot low, or you want to hit a high shot, all with the same club, that gives you something visually to aim for, so that then you can start building that muscle memory to hit that shot in the real world when you need it. So to try to keep this in the fairway here, I'm going to open my body up just a little more. I'm going to start this out more to the right and then try to bring it back to the center. So let's see if we can do that with this 8-iron. Same shot shape. Just want to start it off a little more to the right. And we did. I came across that one. So that is open face. But again, if I hit my number, the 140, I'm okay with that. That's okay. Now, as I warm up some more, I can kind of tighten that up and make that dispersion a little bit better. So might have been a little bit too open on that. You could see the blue line. The face was turned a little bit more open than I needed to. So let's go ahead and close that and then get that perfect shot with this 8-iron. Don't think I have one just yet, so let's see if we can get that now. Aiming for that perfect draw. Start it right of the line and bring it back across. That might be the one. That felt great. Still came across it. That's why I have that fade going. Just need to work on closing it. But again, I'm on the island. I'm on the little strip here, 153 yards. Very happy with that. Again, I just came from out to in, but my club face was closed on that shot. You guys can see it. The blue, the little blue line in my face, they were more squared up. That's why it was solid contact. And this ball is carrying 148 here at this island. So that's really a good indicator that we'll have our distances when we play that La Jolla Pines. Really looking forward to that. All right, let's see if I can get one good draw here for you guys. I think it's still open. I don't think I'm closing it enough. But again, because of where I'm starting it, it's not dramatic. It's just a few yards off center. We could live with that. In fact, it's only 7 yards off center. I do have that out to in still working with this club, but that's manageable there. I'll hit one last one with the 8 iron, and then we'll go to the 7. We'll end up ending this range session with just the 6 iron. So just a few from here, a few more, one more from the 8 iron, and then we'll do a couple from the 7 and a couple from the 6 iron. So I do want to see if I can get that draw shot though with this 8. It's a little harder on this club than it is with some of the others. I'm going to go ahead and open up a little more. Try to get that draw on it. Turned my wrists and everything to get that turn. Got it that time. I fought it off, but I did have to exaggerate it to get it there. There's my 140-ish, 150-ish. My numbers are almost all in the green. I got the shot shape that I wanted. I can't wish for anything more except for to get it closer to the white line. So all good there. Let's go ahead and move on to the 7 iron. This one is, I've just been working on this, hitting it as far as I can down the center with very little fade on it. I've used this to get onto greens from 150 yards out. That's what I'm looking for here. And the thing is once you know what your clubs do, your tendencies for some of your different irons, then you can change your body position to bring those and put them on in the fairway where you want them. You guys see me do that almost every single time you watch me play. When you see me hit my 3-wood, you see me aiming out to the left, and I bring it out, and I bring it up, and I bring it over, but it's somewhere in the center, which is kind of amazing. When I did play in the real world last Friday, I did play with the group of guys. We played in a really difficult course, and I was consistently bringing it back into the fairway. So they were amazed. Of course, I lose yardage with that type of shot, but at least I know I'm going to be playing from the fairway. So let's go, 7 iron. Looking for that 150, 160 yardish from here. Let's just see if we can get a clean contact. That's solid. I like the shot and everything. I came across that really good, but I mean, it's off the map, but there's my 160 yardage. So happy with the distance. That's what I would expect from this club. Let's see if we can just get that now on the island, and we should be okay. Alrighty. Let's hit a couple more with the 7 iron just to see how it's going to behave today. Try to square it up a little more. Caught on top of that one, but that's going to be right there on the center line. I mean, that's going to be very close to the center line. And you can see when you put the fade shot on it, that causes that curve, which causes the ball to not fly as far. That's why the distances don't go the 160-ish route. They are the 150, which this traditionally is how I hit that shot. So when I say this is my 150 club, that's what I mean. And that's okay, because look at that. Look how far off of center I am. Just barely. It says 2 yards off center. Came across that one. Again, going to be off center line. Not going to be as far as I want to be, but again, I could play this shot. Just got to tighten it up a little more. I want to get at least 2 good 7 irons down there. I want to get them in that 150 range, and then I feel we'd be in a good position to move on. Just need to mess around with my shot shape, with my alignment, but we're almost there. We're almost warmed up. I can feel it loosening up now. All right, 7 iron. Caught that chunky. It does have fade on it. I mean, a draw on it, but it was chunky. And it rolled off. Okay. One more clean one, and I'll be good with this club. All right, here we go. Last one, hopefully with the 7 iron. Let's move on to the 6, which traditionally I start off with the 6 iron when I start a round. So let's go. Solid contact right there. That's a great one to finish on. That is a great shot right there. Perfect. Didn't go as far as I thought, but perfect contact. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up with the 6 iron. I just have a few here. on the mat that we'll hit. And if this is just going the same shot shape and pattern as the 7, then we'll go ahead and just call this session good and done. Let's go ahead and change our club to 6. And let's hit this ball out there, see what the 6-iron is going to do. 6-iron, I'm looking for this to go that 170 route. Sometimes I can hit this thing 180, 175, 180 with rollout. Got to have pure contact. Like that is a great shot. Just a few yards off the center line, but you guys can see it just rolling. Again, this is that 170 club. Perfect. I did start to slowly introduce my 2 hybrid back into my bag. For the longest time, I just focused on hitting that 3 wood. Just once I got that 3 wood where I wanted it in terms of synchronization, body, turning my hips, all that stuff, it made transitioning or bringing the 2 hybrid a little more easier into my bag. So the only club I have left, which I'm going to focus on solely, is that driver. I need to get that driver working. I think I mentioned, guys, that I do have a tool. It's a tool to adjust the club head. That's going to be in the water, but I'm happy with the distance, 160. The tool is to allow you to remove the head. You can adjust the hosel a little bit to give you can make it more draw bias, so it kind of starts off a little more to the left. You can make it more fade bias, where it's opened up a little bit. You can turn the club face up, or you can open it up. So there's a lot of adjustments there that I think now I can fine tune that based off of, I know my shot better than when I got that driver. And I was fitted for that driver. So there was a PGA professional at the PGA Superstore here in the Houston area. I went in, I said, I want to get fitted for a driver. He put me on the simulator. My swing is nowhere where it is today. It was nowhere near that. So I was really swinging wild back then. But that driver worked for me for a little while. But I think now that I got some of my synchronization down, I think it's not tweaked enough for me. So let's go ahead and hit this 6-iron. Solid right there. That's going to be a straight shot. Little cut back to the center. Perfect. There's our mark. 160-ish. This would roll out to 170 if I hit that dead center. I didn't catch it dead center. But again, I like the shot shape. I like the way that the club hit it. I was out to in. That's why we got that fade on it. So if we can turn that into a draw, we should be good. Which, let me purposefully try to hit a draw, at least with the 6-iron. When I can hit the draw with the 6-iron, that's when I get that 170 mark. Let's go ahead and set up for that. Might be a little bit open. Yep, I felt it, but the distance will be there because I caught it in the center. So that easily carried 163. Had that landed on the fairway, it would have rolled out to that 170 mark. See if I can turn it just a little more. Maybe this will be my last shot and we'll close this session out. As long as I make good contact with it, I'll be happy with closing this session out. So here we go. Last shot of the day on the driving range before we get our round started. 6-iron. Trying to get that draw on it. Came around that one. Did we get it? I think we hit it square. That's going to be right, probably about a yard or two, maybe 2 yards off center. 1 yard off center, 169. Launch angle backspinner in the optimal zone. That's going to do it for our warm-up session. So you guys, appreciate you for watching. As always, thank you for following. I hope some of this jabba-whopping sessions provide some type of information for you. If not anything, you know, for me to learn from, at least from an entertainment perspective. So thank you all for watching. I look forward to you joining me on this playthrough session of La Jolla Pines, Torrey Pines. Thanks.